Hey guys, I'm Oliver Kovács, a Hungarian musician. In this video I'll break down one of my compositions, an epic choral piece. I'll cover every detail, including the orchestration and the chord progression. Stay tuned! My piece is in D minor and I used the D harmonic minor scale. This key is perfect for the choir, it's neither too high nor too low. The tempo is 145 BPM and the time signature is 4/4. I used a full symphony orchestra with a mixed choir. I didn't use epic drums or synthesizers, giving it a more classical orchestration. As I mentioned earlier, I incorporated a mixed choir consisting of 3 female voices and 2 male voices. The challenge is to write for a mixed choir with a symphony orchestra so that the male voices don't interfere with the bass, while the women's voices don't clash with the strings and woodwinds. Because of these difficulties, the cellos and double basses often play the same notes as the male choir, and the violins play together with the women's parts, alternating between the different choir voices. Here the cellos strengthen the bass male choir voice, while the violins emphasize the women's choir. If these voices can't occupy a different register, they should blend intelligently with other parts instead. Let's take a look at the choir and the strings together. The strings alternate between staccatissimo and legato. This change helps break up the predictability. The first and second violins play the same rhythmic pattern, but the violas have their own pattern, as do the cellos and double basses. The cellos and double basses follow each other in an octave. If you find this video interesting and useful, please consider supporting the channel with just $1 on Ko-fi. Creating educational videos takes a significant amount of time and research. It would help me continue my work. Thank you. In the short intro, the French horns take the lead, but in the main theme, they play intervals under the violins. In the intro, the tenor trombones provide accompaniment for the French horns, while during the main theme, they play the same voices as the French horns. As for the low brass instruments, the tuba plays the legato double bass parts, while the bass trombone performs the staccatissimo parts. This gives each player time to rest while the other is playing. I'm not concerned about the timbre change because between staccatissimo and legato there is already a big difference in timbre. During the short intro, the two clarinets play together with the first and second violins. The clarinet is an agile instrument and it can play almost as fast as the flute or the piccolo. This orchestral doubling helps me create an interesting timbre. One of the bassoons performs together with the cellos in the beginning and the ending sections. The flutes and the piccolo play runs to provide smoother transitions between the sections. The percussion section is fairly simple. I employed cymbals, suspended cymbals, bass drum rolls, and timpani. Let's listen to the percussion section. I incorporated some interesting chords into the piece, and I'd like to highlight a moment in my chord progression. At one point, I used a major triad on the second degree instead of a diminished triad. This is known as a secondary dominant. If you'd like to dive deeper into this concept, check out my video lesson series called How to Compose Music from Scratch.